Hi, my name is Soraia and my role for the phone number is BTS videographer because we didn't know what else to call my role. But it is basically where I film behind the scenes. At first, I wasn't really sure what vision I had for this specific role because I've never done it before, so I wasn't really sure. But as we started to film, I realized how important it is to capture and document everything that is happening, which includes the actors, the people working on the film, like myself, and the equipment, and other interesting things that might happen off screen. And it was a lot of fun to do actually. And then my second role is as an assistant, so if someone is not in, I would step in, probably do their job, and if they needed help with anything else, that's where I come in. In general, so far these two are my favorite roles that I've done up to this day. It's not like I've done many, but last year I was a producer, but I do prefer these two roles, and I really hope I can do these two roles next year. So this is what we did in day one, or my teammates did, because I got lost and my phone was on 2%. So we were supposed to film at Alice's house around 12, if I'm not mistaken. So it takes me 3 hours to get there, so I woke up really early, and then when I was on transport I noticed that I had 2%, so I did let my teammates know that I was very low, and since I don't know how to get to Alice's house and I wouldn't have any way to contact him, it was very stressful. I got lost, so I just came home, and unfortunately I wasn't able to help my teammates on the first day. So for day two, which was a very nice day, we started off at the gallery. So for the gallery, the people who worked there, they were so nice, and they even asked if we wanted to change the settings, like swap the paintings around. We were free to do that, and it was very nice to know that they were okay with us being there. So it was a very nice day. However, we did have 2 people missing. So and the tripod as well. One of the people missing had a tripod, so we had to try to make it work without the tripod, and it is a bit shaky, but it works at the end, and there's nothing else we could have done to improve that. And I am very proud with how well Jasmine dealt with it, which was great. I ended up, for the entire day, I ended up holding the microphone stick, which was fine, but because I have back problems since I was young, it was a very tough job for me to do. We also went to Jasmine's house to film with Sophie. Personally, she isn't a person that I would cast for a film. Maybe if it was more theatrical things, yes, for sure. But because she was the only person who auditioned for that character, we were like, there's nothing we can do, but it works with the character that she portrayed, which was fair enough, and there's nothing else we could have done to prevent that. But she was lovely. That's out of the question. She was lovely. We did have a little problem with the mic, if I'm not mistaken. The batteries were dead, so Jasmine and Alice went to get excuse me, they went to get batteries, while me and Sabina stayed to make sure that the actors were ready for the next scene, and so we could set up everything else. Then for the second day, the last thing that we did was at the bookshop, which was lovely. It was an amazing atmosphere. When we got there, the person who worked there, they were making sure that we had what we needed to film the scene. They even offered to turn off the music, which wasn't needed, but it was very nice to know that they were into it as much as we were, and it was a great day, the second day. And so for the last day, it was not my best day, because I was not feeling well at all, because I'm taking medicine at the moment. Like, I was taking medicine at that time, so it just wasn't a good day for me. But I still went. I gave my best. There were 3 people missing, so it was just me, Jasmine, and Alice. But at some point Alice had to leave, so it was just me and Jasmine, but we made it work. So for the entire day, I was doing the sound, which was very painful for me, because as I've mentioned before, I have had back problems since I was 14, and I struggle with staying still I just struggle staying still in general. But at the end, when we finished, it was an amazing feeling. But otherwise, I would never ever volunteer to do sound, because it's definitely more painful than it looks, especially if you have to stand for a long period of time without trying to mess up with the sound. But it is what it is. I did my best, and then at the end of the day, we finished. We had a film, which I'm so happy for.